Welcome back to Rudy's 1/6 World for another First Thoughts video. And Hot Toys actually surprised us on a Monday morning with a new character release, which after the last few weeks is honestly a welcome change of pace for them. And that character is Cobb Vanth from The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett, although we are getting him as he appeared in The Mandalorian with the damaged Boba Fett armor. Now, Hot Toys had been teasing this figure at conventions for a while, and for a time it seemed like he might be relegated to the void of teased but unreleased figures. But here he is, and honestly, as a slight aside, this is what I think Hot Toys should have been doing all this time. There's been a slight gap in Star Wars and Marvel movies, so it felt like the right time to release some of these figures that might not otherwise fit in their schedule. So clearly was thinking about this figure. You still had to have the Vulture, Clint Barton from Hawkeye, the 89 Batman figures they were teasing, and so on. So hopefully that continues. I wouldn't be surprised to get another announcement at some point this week. So let's look at the figure. And first thoughts here are that he's pretty good. I think he's a really solid effort. I don't think he's the best figure we've gotten announced from Hot Toys recently. And looking at the lightness on the unmasked sculpt, it's good, but not perfect. There's something there that I don't think it's 100%. It's close, and it definitely looks better in some shots than in others. But moving beyond the lightness, there's a lot to like here, right? The detailing on the hair, the wrinkles along the face, the paint applications. It's extremely well done, and I think it's what Hot Toys has consistently excelled at. They just need to get the likeness a little bit better. Now, while he is a new character, it goes without saying that it does make use of the Mandalorian armor scheme. So I guess technically it's another armored figure, but with the unmasked sculpt, I feel that you're clearly getting something unique here. I do also think it's a very accurate representation of the characters he appeared in the show, and I think that one key for me is that the figure surprisingly is able to recreate that gunslinger swagger that Cobb Vanth had on the show. And it's something that I always liked about The Mandalorian, and that's the first season was how it leaned heavily into those old Western movies a little bit and tropes. And Book of Boba Fett, where Cobb Vanth actually reappears and has that showdown with Cad Bane, it's very Western, and I think that figure captures that. And you can see that looking at accessories. I think you can see the Western theme carried with the gun belt, and even the blaster pistol definitely seems to have been designed or modeled after a revolver. And also he does have that red bandana, so I think it was a great character design for the show. One thing to note is that unfortunately it doesn't look like the armor is removable, which would have been a nice touch to create the Book of Boba Fett look. Is it a deal breaker? No, but would have been a nice touch. The other thing I really like here is the base. Even though Hot Toys could have given us the standard sand base again, they are giving us something a little bit different here. It almost looks like it's the threshold to a door, so I appreciate the switch up. And I think this is what I would hope Hot Toys would do going forward. Not every figure needs or demands one of those elaborate diorama bases, right? But something simple like this still gives you that diorama feel and elevates the package as a whole. So I hope we see more of that from Hot Toys. So overall, I think it's a great addition. If you're a Star Wars and a Mandalorian fan, this is probably going to be something you're going to want to get. For me, this one definitely goes into the category of wait until release and see if I can get some deals on him, be it free shipping, discounts, etc. Unfortunately, I just refuse to pre-order everything at this point. There are a few day one pre-orders here and there, but those are few and far between these days, especially from Hot Toys. Unfortunately, they're creating this massive backlog of pre-orders, and that backlog keeps growing. I mean, we have figures that aren't scheduled to be released until 2024 at this point, and chances are those are going to be delayed as well. So the point here is, do I really want to tie up my money in a pre-order that I won't see for at least 2 years or more? I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little concerned with Hot Toys right now. Plus, this just went up for pre-order on Sideshow, and they're charging $300 for this guy, so not something I'm in a hurry to drop some money for. But let me know your thoughts. It's nice to see Hot Toys get off that reissue streak they've been on lately, but cost and timing, I'm not so sure about. Now, what do you think about the figure? And while I hate discussing it, do you think it's worth $300? On that note, if you are enjoying the content and feel so inclined, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll touch base on the next video.